She wanna go viral. Gotta start off the new year right. My husband was. You gotta.
I need it.
There's no question.
It's crazy. Thanks for logging into the Mr. Show. Stick around right here. We got a good show. I'm telling you.
I'll be happy with that car, but I want my G-Wagon.
So we started with a Honda, a Toyota. I thought I started with a Toyota.
Absolutely not. I will not be driving anything that can be considered an Uber X.
An Uber X?
We're going Uber Lux and above.
She's saying you screwed up. You parented me that way, but it's not over.
Dear Latinos for
Let's get into it. Latinos for Trump. Let's go and see what happened.
Latinos for Trump. Dear Latinos for Trump. Now that you've seen that your master is going against your own interests, such as we've been warning you for the past couple years or so, now you want to come back and unite? Oh, we have to unite with each other. Fuck you. Go to your master, get back on your knees, and assume the position.
She ain't never met a like me.
Hey, yes I have, brother. Yes I
She wanna go viral. Gotta start off the new year right.
My husband was.
You gotta.
I need it.
There's no question.
Yeah. My mom's buying a Bentley for herself. Why can't I get a G-Wagon? She wants to give me a Mercedes C-Class. I will be happy with that car, but I want my G-Wagon.
He needs some milk.
Spoiled brat. Spoiled little brat right here. Listening on this little rich kid's saga and her problems of she wants a G-Wagon, but she's only going to get a Benz. And let's go.
Yeah. My mom's buying a Bentley for herself. Why can't I get a G-Wagon? She wants to give me a Mercedes C-Class. I will be happy with that car, but...
C-Class, let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's a nice little Benz still. Spoiled brat. I'm not going to stop it again. Let's go.
Buying a Bentley for herself. Why can't I get a G-Wagon? She wants to give me a Mercedes C-Class. I will be happy with that car, but I want my G-Wagon.
So we started with a Honda, a Toyota. I thought I started with a Toyota.
Absolutely not. I will not be driving anything that can be considered an Uber X.
An Uber X?
We're going Uber Lux and above.
She's saying you screwed up. You parented me that way, but it's not over. Sure.
Yes.
Reparenting.
Nice.
So many parents have the opportunity to reparent their child. So you guys need to redefine your relationship.
I think the best thing would be to start with a job.
Absolutely, she needs a job.
I don't know if you saw this, but Gilbert asked Steph Curry, who's the greatest point guard of all time?
Are you the best point guard ever?
All right, so is this and that show? So people, who is it? Is it Magic Johnson or is it Steph Curry? Who truly is the best point guard? And I want you to listen to some statistics right now.
Yes.
Do you think Steph has surpassed you as the greatest point guard of all time?
Okay, so if he got more than 5 championships, if he got more than 3 finals MVP and 3 league MVPs, number 1 in assists all time in the finals, number 2 in double-doubles, number 1 in triple-doubles, number 4 in steals all time in the playoffs. If he...
All time.
Are you the best point guard ever?
Rewind that. Steph Curry said he is the best point guard ever. That's what Steph Curry said it. He said it right here, right? So Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Jason Kidd. Hey, I'm not knocking Steph Curry, but I'm just dropping some names for you to understand the position. Point guard, right? All right. Let's hear what Magic has to say about that.
Yes.
Do you think Steph has surpassed you as the greatest point guard of all time?
Okay, so if he got more than 5 championships.
Did I mention Isaiah Thomas?
If he got more than 3 finals MVP and 3 league MVPs, number 1 in assists all time in the finals, number 2 in double-doubles, number 1 in triple-doubles, number 4 in steals all time in the playoffs. If he got more than those numbers, he's the best.
Let me ask you this.
Shout out to Magic. Shout out to Magic Johnson.
One-time fling with the defendant
All right, child support nightmare. Let's go.
turned into more than 50.
All right, so here's where we're at with the missing 20-year-old University of Pittsburgh student, Sudiksha Kunaki. So the night that she went missing, or the morning, I should say, they went to a nightclub. After the nightclub, they all went to the beach. Now, after all the women that she was traveling with, they all went back to their rooms, and Sudiksha stayed back with a guy friend. Now, the guy friend that she was with said that they went swimming. And when they know she went swimming because they found her clothes on a beach chair right next to where he said that they went swimming, so it makes sense. He said a big wave came, toppled over him. He went to shore. He was drunk, allegedly, so he ended up throwing up and went to sleep on the beach. Now, when he woke up, Sudiksha was nowhere to be found. And then they have security footage around 9:55 a.m. showing him coming back to the hotel. He was by himself. Now, as weird as the story sounds, authorities are saying that he is not a suspect in her disappearance. Now, authorities that are currently searching for Sudiksha are actually expanding their search. And unfortunately, everything, all the evidence, everything that authorities are saying is pointing to her drowning in the ocean. Authorities are now analyzing every single piece of security footage since they arrived in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. I'm almost guaranteed more information is going to be coming out today. So if you want to know more, make sure to follow me because I'm going to be covering this case.
Reby. Now, there is surveillance footage out there. I'll show you just a little bit of it, but I'm not going to show the whole thing. But I just want to give my input on this right here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He did something to her. Because looking at that whole surveillance footage, and I'll put it up on my YouTube, or you can go over there and see it over on Drake's page. But he did something to her. And while they were searching that beach,
I have to tend to agree with him. It just seems weird, yo. It seems fishy. Okay, I'm not perfect, people. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm trying. All right. Hit the like and subscribe if you made it this far. But, like, I mean, the guy went to the beach, and then all of a sudden he comes back from the beach. He has no shirt on. His story, he told the story 3 different ways to the police, plus his version. Come on now.
They need to look.
Something is weird. Rewind just a little bit. Something's weird about that, man. They got to look into this guy a little bit.
Information is going to be coming out today. So if you want to know more, make sure to follow me because I'm going to be covering this case.
Reby. Now, there is surveillance footage out there. I'll show you just a little bit of it, but I'm not going to show the whole thing. But I just want to give my input on this right here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He did something to her. Because looking at that whole surveillance footage, and I'll put it up on my YouTube, or you can go over there and see it over on Drake's page. But he did something to her. And while they are searching that beach, they need to look inside the wooded areas, even in the sand, or he may have thrown her in the water. But he did something to her because when he left with her, he had on a shirt. When he came back, he didn't have on a shirt at all, point blank. Now watch this one right here. He has on a muscle shirt. It's a t-shirt with no sleeves on it. See him right there with his muscle shirt on. And there's the so-called friends right there, the ones who left her. Now this is when they're coming back. You see the flowery looking shirt right there. That's a different shirt that he has on. Notice he has it right there on, right? Now let me show you this. This right here is the next morning where he claimed that he threw up and all that stuff. He don't look like he'd been in no water and swallowed anything, but he ain't got no shirt on at all. Let me show you again. There he is right there. Got it slowed down. There he is right there. Does he look like he had been in distress or anything like that? No. So you're on spring break. You're a star wrestler. You done met up with this beautiful pre-med student. And you done got down there after she done disappeared and told several different stories. Now at the time, this student from Iowa wasn't considered a suspect. Now he is. See, the first story was that they went for a swim. This is late at night. They went for a swim and everything. They were caught by a large wave. He claimed that he fought his way back to the shore. He swallowed a lot of water. He started vomiting. Then he passed out and he didn't wake up until the next morning at around 9 a.m. That's when you saw him with his shirt off. Now, prior to that, he told 3 different contradictory versions of what happened. First, he told police that after the rough surf, he threw up, returned to shore, and then he would ask if Kanaki, if she was okay. Then he said that he felt sick, and then he left the water. But he said that she remained in the water. He said it was knee deep before he passed out. Then one of the other versions is that he saw her walking along the shore to pick up her clothes before passing out. I'm gonna tell you right now, he did something to her, and he's coming up with all kinds of little fairy tale lies in his head to try to make up and excuse what he did. He did something to her. They need to go ahead and arrest him.
Someone who read the book of Enoch and told you that mermaids are real and what they really are, I 100% believe that the elites are eating mermaids, and I've actually been telling you this. When I say the elites, the reptiles, the real fallen angels that fell from heaven and became these diabolical Anunnaki, ancient Mesopotamia, Book of Enoch grifters, They exist. If you are not on the side of TikTok where there was a gentleman who claimed he went to a dinner party where they unveiled they would eat mermaids and tried to get him to eat them. And when he went and tried to leave, he walked into a cupboard where he saw actual mermaids waiting to be eaten, you're missing out. Mermaids are in the book of Enoch, but they are the children of fallen angels and the angels that came to earth pretending to be God and actually mated with other species. They mated with fish, they mated with goats, they mated with horses. That's why there are different types of Nephilim and different types of giants and these creatures that were left out of the Bible completely. But mermaids have always been on my list of being real, as I keep telling you guys. In the book of Enoch, it talks about how mermaids or sirens were used for more than just seduction. In the book of Enoch, they are portrayed as completely different creatures. Now, the elites ingest more than just mermaids as creatures. You thought they got the power to sing melodies and actually take your mind somewhere else spiritually through a gift that came from God? Don't get me wrong, there are some that are endowed, but the gift of the fallen was music and seduction and jewelry and basically everything that we use, makeup. It was given to women by fallen angels. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because the mermaid dinner party is real, and I'm gonna reveal why.
Hey, yo!